Hello junior archaeologists, newly minted field techs, and whoever else might be watching this channel. Today, I thought I'd talk about career management. And obviously there are plenty of approaches to it. When you first start in this job, the real temptation, well actually not the temptation, but the inclination is to take whatever job comes your way and stick with it for as long as the project lasts. And then some of these smarter field techs, you know, they develop certain kinds of rules. Uh-oh. Let's see. You know, they take whatever job comes first. You know, they don't leave a project until it starts winding down. Or alternatively, they prefer crews that basically are staffed with a bunch of their friends. Nothing wrong with any of those rules, by the way. There are, however, like trickier situations. You know, like you get multiple job offers at the beginning of a field season. Or alternatively, you get a really tempting job offer like at the beginning of a project or towards the middle when it's still kind of a faux pas to leave. Well, you know, it shouldn't be, but sometimes it is. Because in an ideal world, you'd give 2 weeks notice and there wouldn't be any harm. No harm, no foul. But most companies will, basically they won't ever give you a chance to work with them again. Just because the world is so fair. Some of the rules that I follow, I guess I couldn't call them rules, but basically I run a cost-benefit analysis, or risk versus reward analysis, you know, in these trickier situations. For instance, I'm on a project now, and I just accepted another job offer. You know, the job I'm on is fine. You know, pleasant crew. It's not the roughest survey in the world. Pretty decent pay. But the thing is that I was promised 48 hours. No, I was promised 60 hours a week, and I'm getting 48. And I was doing the math, and that roughly equals $300 a paycheck that I am not getting. $600 a month. And this job started in June, and if it runs all the way through the field season, basically the last week of October, that's like a $3,000 difference between what I was promised and what I'll actually be paid. You know, and that's why I went with this other job. Well, there are other factors. You know, I'm not going to get into all of them now and get sidetracked from what I was talking about, but yeah, the other job I got was more interesting. No, not more interesting. It was just a better deal. You know, another calculation you can use, I'd say a more relevant one, is do I want to work with a certain company again? Or do I feel like that company wants me to work for them again? You know, some factors I use in figuring that out basically come down to, does whoever's above me, my boss, whatever, do they seem to like me? Do they seem to like the job I'm doing? Are they training me to do other stuff like are they training me on the GPS? Are they letting me do GIS work? Download the Trimbles at the end of the day, stuff like that. Are they teaching me to fill out site records? You know, stuff that would indicate that they're going to move me up the chain at some point eventually. And, oh, does this company have a lot of work? You know, is it a company that's big enough to have work to go around? Or is it a tiny one that has like a core crew of field techs that they prefer to use? In other words, am I a one-time desperation hire because I need an extra body? Or is this a company that is going to keep me around? You know, it's not always possible, especially at the beginning of the field season, to latch on to a company like that. But it's always my goal to be with a company where I feel like I can move up, or, you know, it just meets some kind of career goal. Like, I can do the GIS work there, or I can be a crew chief there, something I can put on my resume that'll make me look better at the next job that I choose. You know, there are other factors to think about, obviously, but I just wanted to give you guys some things to think about, because, you know, you are on a career track. You know, I actually have a friend, she left archaeology because she didn't want to have a career. And some people kind of just treat this like extended field school or summer camp, you know, which is fine if you want to be like that 40 or 50-year-old person who still lives like a not like a teenager, like a college student, and sleeps on their parents' couch. That might be fine in your 20s, maybe into your 30s, but past a certain point, I don't know. That doesn't sound fun to me. It might sound fun to you when you're 40 or 50, but it does not sound fun to me even now, even though I'm not nearly that old, but who knows? It might sound fun to me when I'm 60 or something. Alright, so those are some things I wanted to talk to you about today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Audio test 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.